The hardest part of buying an electric car isn't figuring out where to plug it in anymore. It's figuring out the math. Tata has just launched the facelisted Tiago EV. Mechanically, they have made some solid updates: sleeker LED lighting, a high-strength steel chassis, and better weight distribution. But the headline grabber is the price. They are offering this car for a starting price of just 4.69 lakh. That upfront number is incredibly low because it comes with a mandatory condition. You have to pay a battery EMI of 2 rupees and 60 paise for every single kilometer you drive. This separates the battery cost from the car itself. Choosing this price point turns a standard vehicle purchase into a long-term subscription contract that demands a close look at your daily driving habits. To see how this works, let's look at your 2 paths to ownership. Option 1 is the traditional route. You buy the base 19.2 kilowatt-hour variant outright for 6.99 lakh. Option 2 is the battery-as-a-service model. You pay that much lower 4.69 lakh base price and then pay 2.60 per kilometer over the life of the vehicle. Let's put those 2 models side by side in this comparison matrix to see the initial capital difference. Choosing the battery EMI route drops your initial burden by 33%. For a lot of buyers, that is highly attractive. It means a smaller down payment, lower approval requirements from the bank, and less interest on the loan. While that sounds great today, it means trading a fixed asset for a permanent variable liability. Every trip you take will have a running meter attached to it. Tata offers 2 battery sizes: the 19.2 kilowatt-hour base pack and the 24 kilowatt-hour top-end pack. They are heavily marketing an industry-first 15-year unlimited kilometer lifetime battery warranty. This table breaks down how that applies. The 15-year warranty is exclusive to the 24 kilowatt-hour model. The 19.2 gets 8 years. But the fine print on that 15-year claim reveals a massive restriction. It applies strictly to the first owner only. The moment you sell this car, that extended warranty disappears. You cannot use it to increase your resale value or offer peace of mind to the next buyer. Conversely, if you buy the smaller 19.2 kilowatt-hour pack and decide to keep the car for a decade, you will be financially exposed to battery degradation out of pocket after year 8. That 15-year coverage offers real security if you drive the car into the ground, but it purposefully limits the vehicle's residual equity. If you upgrade cars every few years, the 24 kilowatt-hour model's main selling point is useless to you. So how do we decide between buying outright and paying per kilometer? We have to calculate the exact point where 2.60 per kilometer overtakes the outright purchase price. According to Tata's own internal data, their target medium usage customer drives about 49 kilometers per day.
Here is the 10-year cost for a 49-kilometer daily commute. The flat line is the outright purchase, the ascending line is the battery EMI. Where they cross is your break-even point. Double your daily distance and the line steepens, sliding the break-even point earlier. The math is rigid. The battery EMI model penalizes heavy use. If you rack up high mileage, paying for the car up front is the only way to realize a positive return on investment. Once you lock in your financing, you still have to deal with the operational reality of driving the car every day. Tata claims a certified range of 285 kilometers for their top-end 24 kilowatt-hour variant. However, under their own C75 real-world testing conditions, that number drops to 215 kilometers. This quadrant chart shows how that 215-kilometer reality intersects with charging speed. Tata has upgraded their DC fast charging support to 30 kilowatts, which can add 100 kilometers of range in 18 minutes. Because that real-world range is lower, highway drivers will be forced into high reliance on those DC fast chargers, a practice that accelerates battery health degradation over the years. You will have to plan around those charging stops. But one thing you don't have to worry about is passenger protection. Tata has made 6 airbags standard across every single variant. Safety is locked in, meaning your variant selection should be entirely focused on managing your daily battery longevity and your tolerance for range limits. The Tiago EV facelift is a solidly built machine, but extracting value out of it depends entirely on navigating these fragmented purchasing options. This flowchart boils the decision down to a single question: how long will you actually keep this car? If you plan on keeping it for a decade and commute under 50 kilometers a day, you are the ideal candidate for a 24 kilowatt-hour outright purchase. Going that route gives you inflation-proof mobility. You pay 0 per kilometer fees, and you fully utilize that 15-year battery warranty as the first owner.
But if you typically trade in your vehicles in less than 5 years, you should avoid buying that top-tier variant outright. Paying a premium for a non-transferable 15-year warranty is wasted capital if you aren't going to hold the car long enough to need it. As for the battery EMI model, it is built for the ultra-budget, low-mileage city driver who prioritizes keeping their immediate cash flow high over building long-term equity in the vehicle. Ultimately, your results with the Tiago EV depend on how well you align these complex ownership economics with your actual driving habits.